Hi, welcome to Baby Witch. My name is Love, and this is going to be a zodiac sign reading for the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius in the motherfucking house. Okay, let's start as usual with a little cleansing. Just do the hair with this thing. This is my ceremonial knife made out of selenite, and as you all know, it's just good for a little cleansing. I just tapped into the energy of another zodiac sign. You don't want their energy all over your reading, you know. So I'm gonna pull some cards from here and some cards from there. Let's see. Allow me to tap into the energy of Aquarius, disconnect from anything else that is not serving me right now. Tap into the energy of the source, and I'm gonna use my own. And let me know what's gonna go on with the month. Okay, Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, what's going on with you? Oh, baby. Hi, Aquarius. You know, pain is just pain and struggle. I see a lot of liberation. I'm not going to sit here and feel sorry for you, because what I really see is liberation. It's like out through the month, you're going to... Let me hear. I want you guys to be able to see the cards. There we go. I mean, my hair is amazing, but I'd rather you see the cards. We have the Devil upside down, the Moon, the Justice card. Those are three major cards in a row. I'm sorry. We have the... I'm like... Oh. We have the Devil card, the Moon card, the Justice card. You're going to find yourself... You're going to finally allow yourself to break free from all of the chains that will hold you down for pessimism, like catastrophizing, and a lot of addiction, like addiction, whether it's for a habit, a drug, a person, anything toxic in your life. You're finally finding a way out of it. And it's like you were really stuck on that because all of your emotions had you stuck in that. Because if it was a relationship, it was like there was deep, intense emotions going on there. And you know how I can tell that? Because, okay, yeah, so you're freeing yourself. Cool beans. We got that part. But then we have the Moon. And the Moon card, you see the Scorpio coming out of the water? The Scorpio is like rebirth. It's not only a destructive signal, but it's also like rebirth. It's all the poison that they carry in their sting coming out of the water, which is your emotions. It's like really filtering yourself out and allowing the path to be open for all of that to come out. The Moon is like all of the unknown, all of the trauma, all of those things. You know, it's just all of those things that were holding you back. That... Yeah, see, I don't even want to look at the book. So it's finally seen the light after that. It's like I finally broke myself from that relationship, from that habit, from that negative self-thinking, from that addiction, whether it was meth, cigarettes, coffee, sex, shopping, you know, codependency, all of that kind of stuff. Is like you finally broke yourself free from it. And there's finally a chance to finding balance. So you're in a church of balance, because now the next card after that is the Justice card. And the Justice card, yes, you know, it has those legal terms to it where you're like, okay, so like things didn't really quite go my way, but like I might have done that and I might have done that. It's about taking ownership for what you actually did through those periods in which you were in that toxic relationship or situation or addiction. Meaning that you finally see clarity, and life is like, okay, so are you going to step it up and say like, this was my mistake, I get to clear it? Or are you going to fall into even a more victim state of mind? So like from here on, it's really all up to you. I have to do something with this because the light is not really working for me there. Hopefully the light is stable enough. Anyway, so then after that is like, there's a lot of negative self-talk. A lot of negative self-talk. A lot of negative self-talk. It's like, see, but the thing about this card is, I'm trying to see this. You see this? You see this? The way this sage is wrapped. This is really loose. If the sage could move, the sage could easily get out of here because this is like hold on tight. Like it's not hold on tight. It's just really loose. Imagine that you are that sage and you actually have the power to break yourself through those bondages, but you're choosing not to. You're allowing a self-destructive pattern tell you that you're not good enough. Even though you just got out of that you got yourself out of that toxic ass motherfucking situation. So how can you not believe in yourself now? Because you need to heal. Because you need to be kinder to yourself. Because you need to love yourself. It is time to walk away from the whole fucking thing. You know, and like my personal take on the swords, yes, they're the element of earth, yes, they're the element of intelligence, but every sword that accumulates in a card is a battle that you won. It's almost like you slaughter your demons, and every time you slaughter your demons, you steal their sword, and their sword has a specific power on it, which is more rationality, more intelligence, more logic, more psychic powers, more conflict resolution coping mechanisms, more all of this kind of stuff that help you get through life. And even though you're sad, even though it's hard, a lot of the times it's hard. If it was a relationship, it's because it's hard to walk away from the relationship. I grieve my addiction. My addiction to crystal meth and man almost fucking killed me. And I grieve it sometimes. I'm like, fuck, that shit was good. And I'm like, what the fuck are you thinking? No, I wasn't. And I had to go to a grief group and talk about how I'm mourning the person I used to be, even though the person I used to be didn't got me shit. It destroyed me. It almost killed me. But yet, I am sad to walk away from it. Yet, Aquarius, you are sad to walk away from the whole situation. That is okay, as long as you walk away with your lessons learned, with all the swords of each demon that you slaughter, and you were given their power. You're taking those that matter with you and you're walking away. Now, it's going to get to a point during this month of September, Aquarius. You know, you can sit there while you're reading, you're listening to this and you're like, well, I can identify with this, but not with that. Okay, take whatever resonates for you. That's all good, baby. This is a very general fucking statement. You want a one-on-one reading? Book me. I'm open for bookings. And I don't have that many people right now, so most likely if you hit me up, I'll have a space because I just started this business, so I'm very available. You know, so walking away from all of it is like, it's almost like life is gonna tell you something and you're gonna be like, okay, I'm walking away from all of it, but then you realize that you're really not. So these are the times where I get really frustrated with myself. I get frustrated with myself because I'm like, damn it, love. You were supposed to move on. Like, you know, like I stopped talking to somebody who was really meaningful in my life for like almost 2-3 years and, or a year and a half or two, something like that. And we no longer talk, you know, and like, I don't miss the person. I don't like want to be with them or anything like that. But every once in a while, like I find myself thinking about them and I'm like, I used to be really hard on myself and I'd be like, ew, why are you thinking about this person? Ew, don't think about him. You need to move on. Like, and then I'm like, but wait. This is natural. I'm still grieving. There's still a part of me that is going to think about that. Now, the trick here is not to get stuck there. Okay? Not to get stuck in the linger of emotions, which is what you're about to go through a little bit, Aquarius. There's going to be a little bit of not looking at the cup half full in front of you and all the opportunities that this is bringing you because you're too busy missing the misery. Misery becomes a comfort zone. A comfort zone, it's something that we're so used to. It doesn't matter how painful it is. Like if you stab me, and if this was possible, like in a metaphor, like if you stab me and I live with this knife inside of me for 20 years, and I'm so used to the pain, I'm so used to everything, I become attached not only to the pain and the pulsating feeling of horror that this knife stuck through my chest is causing me. I become attached to that, but I also become attached to the actual knife being there. So when I finally decide to go to the doctor, let's say that you lived through this whole thing, you didn't bleed out to dead. Maybe this is not a great metaphor, but let's say that you lived through all of this and you finally go to the doctor and you're like, doctor, I need you to get this knife out of me because people told me that this is not like really healthy. So you finally get this knife getting out of you and you're like, oh my God, I miss the pain. Why do I miss the pain? Oh, I feel so good. I miss that knife. I miss that every time I wanted to punish myself, I could just pushing it a little bit and it hurt even more. God, that feels so good. No, it didn't feel so good. It's just that you're used to it. So practice gratitude. This card is telling you to practice gratitude. Practice and appreciate how much you prayed at one point before this motherfucking devil flipped upwards. Because before you flip this devil over, you were in plain full addiction, codependency, and toxic relationship. Maybe all of them together at once, sis. And you prayed to get out of there. You asked the universe, said, get me out of this shit. So remember that. You are what you are now because you wanted to get out of it. So after that, we have the third eye chakra. The third eye chakra is that allows us to find our individuality. Maybe you feel like, not maybe, but like there is some sort of like such an attachment to this toxicity in your life or to this codependency, Aquarius, that you decided that you were no longer individual and that made you a part of it. So the best way to get out of it is to work on your third eye chakra. This is what, in simple words, our third eye chakra does. Everybody's like, oh, I can see things through my third eye. Okay, that's cool and everything. But the third eye is having a sense of belonging to the universe and being one with it as the self. Even though anatomically and spiritually we are connected, I am still me and I have individuality as much as I am the same blob as everyone else in this whole galaxy and infinite universe. So finding who we are again at core, realizing that we are a singularity person, that we do make decisions for our own, that we do have our own way to look at life and that is okay. It's what's going to get you out of there. It's what's going to, if done right, be the fruit of all of the efforts that you have been making. Okay, Aquarius? And last but not least, we have the sound of the universe. I have to read a little bit onto the sound of the universe because I don't fucking remember what it means. Okay. This is going to happen over and over again to you, Aquarius. Because after what you went through, you should have been awoken already. You should have been woken already. You should, like, you're struggling to see things how they are. And the universe is going to keep giving you sudden pushes into it. The best way, and this is according to the card itself, the best way to avoid the sudden movement of the universe towards you to push you into liberating yourself and finding yourself is to find ways of connecting with it. So don't allow it to fucking hit you in the head every fucking time. Don't allow it to clack at you. Be the clack. You hear that noise? Be that noise. Be the fan itself. Don't let the fan come at you and be like, Become the fan. Figure out a way of how you can connect yourself so that the world doesn't keep going, oh, bitch. And you're like, oh my God, why the fuck is this happening to me? And they're like, well, we could speak to you a bit softer if you would just fucking listen. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I love you guys. Bye.